Piers Morgan, suck me off. Suck me off, Piers.
What did he say?
He was blasting. He was saying Ten Hag doing that dance with Martinez and Anthony was embarrassing for the EFL Cup. For the EFL Cup, like, man, hey, listen, yes, listen, it is the EFL Cup, but it's still a trophy. It's not an easy trophy to win, really. Like it's not.
All the good teams were in it, and they were the best team this year, right? Yep. That's how it is, just for that competition. But still, overall, a good season for Man United, and this gives hope for the rest of the season too.
I'd say so. I mean, is the poor man's quad on? We'll see. Not really. I'll take the poor man's treble, really poor man's treble, which doesn't include the Prem.
No, well, that's not the really poor man's treble. Is the
Community Shield,
yeah,
EFL Cup, and Conference League.
That's that's actually pretty impressive.
That's the San Francisco treble right there.
I think that's still pretty impressive.
The Community Shield, come on,
stop the trophy. But first of many, right? That's what Ten Hag said.
You're fucking right. You see, he left the. I sent it. He left the trophy out on the conference table. Yeah.
Look at that, smiling ear to ear.
Man, did you hear what he said in his press conference pre-match?
No.
He baited them. He baited Newcastle because he was like, yeah, they're kind of annoying. Like, I'm kind of paraphrasing, but they're kind of annoying. They play, they sit back, they time waste. They don't play like attractive football, essentially, right? And who was on the front foot that game? Newcastle. And we were just hitting on the break. We've been playing matches.
It worked.
It did. We were playing twice a week. We've been playing twice a week since the restart.
Conserve your energy.
The restart.
Just stay organized. Yeah. Frustrate them.
Because they'd be frustrating us too, right? And
you didn't believe that they could break them down, right?
Break down Newcastle?
No, break down United.
Sure. They almost did. I mean, a huge save from De Gea on St. Maximin.
Yeah.
At 0-0, like right before we scored. That was probably like 2 minutes before we scored. Good reaction save.
The arm save.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. After he did Delo and
did him good.
Did him real good, and he was giving Delo. I backed Delo. Don't get me wrong, but he's giving Delo a lot of trouble. And then right at halftime, brings in Wan-Bissaka, and Wan-Bissaka had an amazing second half. Amazing.
It was all the subs were good. All the subs have been good for them all year. And
most goals, I think, in the league or in the top 5 leagues for subs.
Yeah, it makes sense. No, but overall, the better team won. Yeah. I think. And
I don't think Newcastle played well, but they didn't play like they normally play.
And they didn't. I was impressed, obviously, and glad just for the game of football that they had fight to the very end, and
Newcastle
did, and they had some chances to get it within.
Get one back. They had that header with maybe not. There's probably 4 or 5 minutes left. Remember the injury time at that point.
Even Willock shot and almost sliced in to the corner.
No, that wasn't Willock. That was Murphy.
Sorry. What you guys invited him in. You guys invited him.
I know, but that was. You saw that on the replay from behind him. It was like, oh man,
it was actually like this close.
Yeah.
But no.
Serious slice.
If you guys had lost this game, do you think the team would have been kind of dejected for the next few games?
I don't think. I mean, maybe, but I don't really think Ten Hag would allow it. That's the thing.
Okay.
Ten Hag. I don't think he'd allow it. I think it's like he'd be pissed. They'd be pissed. Like they'd be pissed. There's always this thing, especially in the last few years under United, especially under Ollie, maybe even Mourinho, but definitely under Ollie. They lose a match and they send out tweets saying that, we go again. I always say that shit. I always say that fucking shit,
Well, now you don't have to send that tweet.
You can say we go again. I don't think we have been sending that. Like, I think even after the first 2 matches of the season, I don't think there's really any of that. I don't think he was having it. I mean, remember after Brentford, he made them run 14 kilometers. After that Brentford match, because collectively they got outran by 14K by Brentford in that match, and they lost 4-0 to Brentford.
It was 4-0 at half, right?
It was 4-0 at half. Yes, that's correct.
That was
it was impressive. Remember, I was coming home from a cottage, just in the car, just like checking my phone every 5 minutes to see if Brentford scored again.
Checking it like this. Not again.
After 2-0. Anyway, so it's it's exciting. I we still really need owners, and I just wonder, like, are these pricks, the Glazers, going to try and be like, ooh, like
we want a trophy?
We might be on the upswing here. Like, we can just bleed this club dry for a little bit longer. We definitely desperately need new owners still. Last summer was shambolic, and don't forget, United fans, that we were literally this fucking close
from not having Casemiro.
Yes, and having Rabiot instead. All right.
Hey, you never know. No, he wouldn't fit in. He wouldn't
have a CDM. He still wouldn't have a CDM. Anyway, very, very, very happy with that. Very happy.
Next is
West Ham tomorrow.
FA Cup.
We go again. I want that FA. Also, I have them on that parlay too. So I didn't take them for the EFL. I thought about that too at the beginning of the year. I was like, EFL or FA? And the reason why I said FA is like, there might be just more time for us to get going under Ten Hag for the FA. The EFL so early, like, are we gonna get burnt early?
Yeah.
So I didn't, and
it could still pay off.
It could. I don't mind it, but tomorrow's gonna be tricky though, right? There's gonna be no hangover though. Like, Ten Hag's just so fucking hungry. He's so hungry, and there's winners on that team. I mean, they're all winners now. Even Harry Maguire's won a trophy before Harry Kane. So.
That was funny. He made sure to have on the captain's armband for the trophy celebration.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, he always gets it when he comes on.
But he didn't. He didn't get it till after the game.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, he came on and
I didn't.
Did you notice that?
No, I didn't.
No, he didn't get it till after the game.
What a weirdo. I was just glad that he held it up with Bruno. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's the captain, right?
But he also probably he started at least 2 matches in that.
He's the captain for the rest of the season, but summertime they're announcing a change. I think it has to.
Well, Maguire is probably not going to be there.
Loan him out somewhere.
You can sell him for 30.
Yeah, maybe only to the English team.
Yeah. Oh,
no, I'm saying for 30. No, it has to.
Could you see him slogging it in Serie A?
Like Smalling?
Yeah.
I think Smalling's better for this.
I think Smalling
he doesn't want to move the ball.
Smalling's just better. He's faster.
No, he would have to go to France or something like that.
It's one of the Liga with it.
Oh, you get rinsed in La Liga.
I said Serie A.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I think
Atletico. Seen.
Oh no, he couldn't be under Simeone. Okay, that's regardless.
But... Yeah, I guess it is. I'm just speculating here. But anyway, he's got a trophy. Good for him. 1 trophy, 3 relegations.
It's 2 more. 2 more to be even.
Yeah,
2 more to be even.
Win that FA and then win that Community Shield, and we're off to the races. Hopefully, maybe you can get 2 by the end of the season. Who knows?
I don't know. You guys might still get the Premier League.
I'm not. Listen, talk to me after Liverpool, which we'll get into at the end of the show. And we've got 5 previews for you today. We're just going to hop into them right now.
Yeah. Starting with the league leaders.
Yes. Tomorrow, Arsenal take on their bogeyman, the Royal Dyche.
They always, well,
the Royal Dyche.
Everton just beat them each time last year, right?
Well,
this year and last. This year and
once last year. That's at home. Arsenal smashed them.
Everton beat Arsenal 2 weeks ago, didn't they?
No, I know. I'm saying, but at the Emirates last year. You said last year, right? Yes, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm saying they beat them Arsenal 1 time each time this year and last year.
But both at Goodison. But you know what? Dyche. See, Arsenal weren't where they are now. But even in the last couple of years, he was again. I think they pulled out a win at the Emirates. Burnley, that is, pulled out a win at the Emirates. I think Xhaka took a second yellow. Yeah, something like that.
Do you see that happening again?
No. I don't know. I mean, Dyche maybe turn the screw there and just get in the skin. Again?
I think he has to at this point, right?
I would say so.
For fantasy wise, I want to catch you, but I think
I would say you start Trossard and just play that like kind of false 9, and I don't know. I see that game was really boring. Leicester Arsenal was really, really fucking boring. There was a lot of bad football in the Premier League over the weekend. Like, I don't think there were really any good matches.
Something in the water?
It's fluoride. It's fluoride. That's the only conspiracy. So, well, it's not even a conspiracy. It's a fucking fact.
What game was the wet game? And I was so shocked.
Prem?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not listening. What? It was. Was Liverpool Palace? It was raining Liverpool Palace.
No, that was Lazio. I'm thinking of Lazio.
Oh, okay, like really wet. I think it was raining for Liverpool Palace though. Could be wrong. Liverpool Palace too. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, that was bad. A lot of missed chances too.
There were a lot of missed chances.
Mostly
Liverpool. Gay missed that header. But anyway, how was like the rotation up top for Arsenal in that match? Was Trossard really the focal point?
No, it was just he was playing more closer to Martinelli in the link up.
And they're just kind of like overlapping each other, and
I guess more closer three, and then have Zinchenko overlap as well on that left side, just overload. But
good bounce back for Arsenal though. Villa and Leicester on the road. Those are nice results. Good for them. That shows some mettle, and shows that they've got.
And this is their game in hand. This is their game in hand. This is where you could solidify the 5 points, right?
Yes.
You don't have to worry. And we have a game in hand. You can just say it's now. We win. We won it.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. You have the points on the board. You have the points on the board.
You don't have to worry about that.
For sure.
If it came down to that game in hand, it's like to play it last, then it's like, they lost, and instead of being 2 points up, they were a point behind, and they need to win because they won't have the goal difference most likely.
No, absolutely not. Exactly. That's like that time. You're down a point technically. Then.
Yeah. So you need to win. So it's like
exactly, yeah.
It's like don't put yourself in that
situation. If they don't win, if it gets back to 3 points before they play City, it's in the City's hands. It's as simple as. It's in City's hands. It is.
Until proven wrong. Is that what you're gonna say?
It's in City's hands. If it drops back down to 3 points, like it was before Nottingham, it was like after City beat Arsenal, it was in City's hands for me.
Yeah.
And they fucked it. But I think this at that little rough patch they had. So obviously they came out flying. They came back from the World Cup. They still kept it running, and then they had that rough patch. And then they pick up those 2 wins on the road. Like they do have a good mentality, and that was apparent. It was always there, but like this is definitely really really nice bounce back for them. So. What do you like? You think Everton's got it in them?
I mean, they already got the win of this season, as you said.
You said 0-0 before the.
I was hoping for a 0-0.
I'm definitely hoping for a 0-0. I believe it.
Fantasy-wise.
Jordan Pickford masterclass.
Other than that, no.
Everton 18th place, 1 point behind Leeds, 2 points behind West Ham, 3 points behind Wolves and Leicester.
I don't see Arsenal losing this game.
Neither do I.
It would be crushing for their title hopes if they do. I think.
Or just dropping points. No. A tie's a loss, effectively. It's not. I mean, obviously,
depends how they play. If they go down 2-0 and then come back and make it 2-2, like that's a great tie. I think.
Sure, that's fair.
Right? But if it's
like going into it,
1-1, they had so many chances missed, and Everton finally scored their one chance,
and
that's how they tie. That's a bad one.
Yeah.
I have 2-0 Arsenal.
I mean, that's a safe scoreline.
A goal each half.
You put a grand on.
And they dominate.
Put on a grand on Put a grand on 1, 2-0, 3-0, and you're probably gonna win money.
Yeah. But Everton goes
whatever you're betting. $5.
10 minutes. You're fucked.
It's gonna be 1,000.
You're fucked. Right.
Once Everton scores, that's the thing. It's like
you're one after 10 minutes.
That's a bet. That's a bet where it's like you ever only take one team to score, right?
Oh, okay,
and the whole game you're sweating like United Reading, okay? Crush my parlay. We're playing Reading at home, FA Cup. Reading are even down a man.
You guys can see
we're up 3-0 too. This one Eriksen, Andy Carroll destroyed Eriksen. And then we conceded off a corner in the 80th or some shit, 75th minute. And then that's the thing, the whole time you're just sweating, right? It's like I think you gotta go Trossard. I think a part of that. I like Nketiah. Is Nketiah ever going to be up to that level? I don't know. He's shown glimpses where maybe he could, but I think there's, a 20. I'd say 20% chance
that it becomes what
that he becomes like the Arsenal number 9. And I know Jesus is there, right? But
he's almost back too, right?
Yes, he is. I think I feel like I saw a post that he might be back for this Sunday. Who do they play on Sunday or Saturday or Sunday? They're playing someone easy. That's why we're not covering it. Bournemouth. He might be back for that. I don't know.
Yeah, ease him in, right? But given Nketiah's one, but Trossard's come in and off the bench. He's been producing, and he's been involved. Like, he even had the bar goal he cracked that top corner too, curled it in nicely. Did you see that disallowed goal?
No, that was in the first half, right?
Second half.
What?
It was early on in the second half.
Oh, they did. Yeah, I did see that one. I missed the first half one. Yeah. Man, how slow is Timothy Castagna? Holy shit! Like, I swear Martinelli wasn't even
Was he that bad at
Atlanta?
Yeah.
No, he was great, and he was amazing when he first came to Leicester. He was a fantasy king when he came to Leicester.
I don't understand.
He was a fantasy king. Jesus Gabriel. Jesus. Let me see here.
What did you pick a final score for that game?
What, tomorrow?
Yeah.
No. Not. Oh, like have
for
I yet?
Arsenal Everton, yeah.
I don't think
you've given an official scoreline. I think he's like a week away. I think he might get some minutes.
He might get Bournemouth. He might get Bournemouth.
Like,
anyway,
I'm saying like some minutes, like 20 minutes. He won't just go right into the starting lineup, I don't think.
We know Onana, and by we I mean the royal we. Me really need Onana to do what he did against Arsenal the other time. I
think Arsenal will get an early goal. It's over.
Oh, I'd almost say so. You just hang. If you're Everton, you hang.
Yeah.
Just like honestly, shut it down until 75th. And see if you get some set pieces. That's all you're hoping for. That's all Sean Dyche's hoping for this whole game.
Yeah.
Just don't go down by 2.
As a player though, it must be so frustrating playing with him.
It would be the same if they were playing with Lampard, or they're gonna get shelled. There's one of the two. Either you play the same way that Dyche is gonna play tomorrow and try to stay in the game, or you just get cut open. I'm gonna go 1-0 Arsenal.
1-0.
Yeah.
KG. Super KG.
Yeah. And I think so. I won't be watching it though, because I'll be watching United in the FA Cup against West Ham.
Wow, maybe you should start watching Arsenal, and maybe they'll start dropping points. If you don't watch them, and they wait till game 30, they might have to change your luck. Maybe.
I've been watching Arsenal. But I have been watching Arsenal. That's the thing. I have been. I watched against City.
Just not when they're playing at the same time as United.
Yeah. Any other time, like on Saturday, I had to pick a litter for relegation battle, but I watched Arsenal Leicester.
Yeah.
Second half, anyways, on the way to work for the first half. Yeah, I have been. I don't really miss any Arsenal matches right now. Okay. It's a fucking fact. Okay. City Newcastle.
A month ago, this game was looking real tasty, right? It still is tasty, but not as tasty.
Hey, man. But you know what? It's fucking Newcastle.
They play
Pope's still out, right?
Yeah.
That's big. Yeah,
my bench, all my Newcastle
Newcastle's players. Frustrating, though. And they have flair players, and City's focus is it back? Is it Foden's finding a little bit of rhythm? 3 goals in 2 games. Scored twice today. Scored once on the weekend. I think he got an assist as well. So that's big. I think you might be wanting to get Foden back in your squad.
For sure. I think a lot of their hiccups. Well, I think they're better with him starting.
Oh yeah, I couldn't agree more. But you know what? That's some interesting management. I do like Pep for it.
Because you have to rotate, I guess.
You have to rotate, but it's nothing's. Foden can't be taking anything for granted. I'm not really saying I never really got that vibe from him, but maybe in a sense, he wasn't really just quite doing everything that Pep was asking.
But yeah, maybe in practice and maybe showing late to training and
he was in the doghouse for a month.
Yeah, a good month.
Yeah, so I don't know.
He took it well, I guess, because he's starting now and is producing, and he didn't whine and complain like Cancelo, and right, because Cancelo said, for me to be happy, I have to be playing. And whether he didn't play, he played Rico Lewis. I guess taking offense by that, it's like, okay, I get you can play other people, youngsters at other position, but not from my position. Right? If I'm not playing, it should be at least Kyle Walker behind me, not Rico Lewis. I think that's what he took offense to, personally. But I don't know.
Sure. And Nathan okay.
Yeah, and Foden, I guess, took it well, and now he's hopefully learned his lesson and keeps producing. I might think I'm up.
Yeah, that's fair. I think you go in the Prem. I think Mahrez is back to being his Champions League guy.
Yeah, well, I think you still start Mahrez, but you put Foden on the left.
You're gonna drop Grealish?
Yeah, you have to drop Grealish.
I was gonna say Grealish and Foden on the right.
Oh, really?
I think
he's grown on you.
I think Grealish is. I've always liked Jack Grealish. I've always liked him. Even like when he first came on Villa and they got relegated.
At Villa, he was amazing.
Yeah, but like shit takes time. Like listen, I'm not saying he's ever gonna be worth that price tag. He could be. I mean, he's showing like gradual steps. Think about the likes of Fabinho in his first year at Liverpool. He barely touched the field, and then he in that winning season, the season they won the league, he was arguably the best CDM in the world for that season.
I just think with Foden on the field, there's interacts and connects better with Haaland, and I think Haaland plays better when Foden's on the field than when he's with Grealish.
I don't disagree with that.
Foden. Haaland's had a kind of a lump, like a slump.
And it did coincide.
It's like what, 4 games, 3 games, and we're calling it a slump.
No, sure, but it did coincide with like Foden being benched a lot, right? That's fair. But like, do you just want to just drop Grealish? I think Mahrez is getting on, and you want to conserve Mahrez. And I think like the last couple seasons, Mahrez, even last season, I remember, had a terrible fantasy season again. Not as bad as this one, steadily getting worse. But you didn't really see Mahrez at all for the first up until like December while the Champions League was going on, because he was always playing in the Champions League. And then in that period between the knockout stages, December to February, Mahrez just came on and did it, just like he did this year.
Yeah.
And then you see against Leipzig, I believe he got the start in that match as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you're going to see. I think going forward, like that's where you're going to see most of Mahrez. And I don't think you just, because you're bringing Foden, reintegrating Foden, you drop Grealish
to Champions League, eh?
Well, but I mean, like they're still deep enough and good enough to win. Like Foden, Grealish. What's wrong with that? Grealish, Mahrez. Like, would you rather have Mahrez or Foden? I'd rather have Foden on their day.
I'd have both. That's my answer.
But they were doing it without Foden, so now I think you can do it without Mahrez. And if it's not going your way, then you swap out Grealish or Foden for Mahrez in like the 60th. Like they're that deep. Like, what's the big fucking deal? I think the bigger thing is to not just throw Grealish away and have him just be like solidified on the bench again. When he has been getting confidence, what has he done?
He said, he's goals and assists.
Since the restart, for sure.
I guess, but no.
3 goals, 4 assists. I'm not going to include today.
He had 2 assists against when Haaland goal, but those were
3 goals, 4 assists. Prem since the restart, 1,
2 and 2 assists, right?
2 and 2, 3 and 2. This has all been in the restart, man, except for maybe 1 goal. He's got 2 goals and 4 assists. I might have scanned over a goal, but definitely 4 assists and 2 goals since the restart.
I think goals are coming in this game. I don't know why.
I do too.
I think it's 3-1 City.
I could see 3-1. I was gonna go 2-1 because you know what? I think City's like they've shown enough times this season. They have mistakes in them. They're not as sound as you might think. Newcastle's belief is high, and obviously their expectations for this game shouldn't be over the moon. So I think they can play a little bit looser as well, right? And I think you start like a Maximin again.
Yeah, I think you do too. Or do you do Wilson and Isak?
I might do Maximin and Isak. That's what I would do. I want that glitzy, fresh-faced pace and youth.
Because when Isak came on
against United,
he played underneath Wilson. Did you notice that? I thought it'd be the other way around.
What, for the hold-up?
Yeah,
I think, but Isak's just better on the ball. So I think.
But I'd rather Isak put through space on goal than Wilson.
Wilson still has enough pace though. I think maybe Isak's delivery is just a little bit better. That's what I'm thinking. But if I had to,
I'd rather Isak on the end product.
But they didn't take. Who did they take off for him though? Like who came off for him there?
Longstaff, right?
Oh yeah, right. And you don't want to make yourself like too exposed against City. So you don't want to go gung ho. Like I would say for me, I go for Isak and Maximin.
Yeah. No Wilson. I still think, because obviously Arsenal played tomorrow, but they play before Arsenal. They have to win this game to keep the pressure on, right? Absolutely. Arsenal should beat Bournemouth, but it's like, okay, City won just an hour before.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
We need to win this game to.
For sure, they're gonna smash Bournemouth like they did at the Vitality. Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1. I think it's gonna be late though. I think it's gonna be late. I think 75th plus is when the winners come.
No, I think 2-0.5.
I hope
2-1, 3-1.
Yeah.
Now on to the relegation battle.
No, kind of. Yeah. Yes, actually, you're right. Chelsea hosting Leeds, the relegation battle. It is. Good call, Mike. You're absolutely right because Chelsea are far closer. They are 3 points closer. No, fucking 4 points closer to the to being relegated, and they're the top 4. 4.
Yep.
Fucking 4.
They are.
Don't fire Potter. Hashtag. Feels to that?
Oh, is this why you're saying October? He's on the hot seat.
Why? Of course. Well, sure, he's on the hot seat, but man, I feel like, of course, people are saying this. I don't know how true this is. I've seen people saying like, if he's not fired, or maybe it's.
He has a month. I think.
No. I was seeing shit like, is it if we don't beat Leeds, or if he's not fired by Leeds? I think it's if he's not fired by Leeds. There's gonna be walkouts and protests, like
by fans.
Yeah.
Okay. I can understand where they're coming from.
Sure.
I know you can't, but
I can. I can absolutely understand where they're coming from. I absolutely can. I never said that. I just wouldn't do it. And why did you say October? Like I know I said October, but you're like, oh, I see why I said October. Why?
You want him there as long as possible.
No, I like Graham Potter. I don't want him to fail. I want to see this
house on fire.
Listen to a point because it's Chelsea. Like they're gonna have money. They're gonna sort their shit eventually, and I want them to sort it out with Graham Potter. I mean, like obviously, I don't want them to really win anything, but I would rather have them win than. Oh, I'd rather have Chelsea win over Liverpool, City, and Arsenal. That's a fucking fact.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So yes, I would like for them to sort it out under him because
that's not going to happen.
He was a young up and coming manager who, a lot of people were really enjoying at Brighton. A lot of people really were, and you'd like to see
the story. Yes, you love to
when these guys take that next step and hold it down. Like for example, Mourinho. Like that's the thing is Potter's football at Brighton hasn't translated yet, but it was attractive. You have to see that. Mourinho, for example, fucking not unattractive football, but very effective. But he made a jump. Obviously, he won Champions League at Porto beforehand, so he was already kind of solidified in a sense. But he kept doing it. I don't know, like obviously Jurgen Klopp. I think is another good example. Like Mainz to Dortmund. That was more steady. Like Mainz to Dortmund, and what he did at Dortmund to Liverpool. Yes. Poch, I think, is a reasonable example. He's less pressure than Chelsea and less money, but.
He doesn't know how to handle the egos. I honestly think that's what it comes down to.
Do you think that's a fact?
You wouldn't know, right? It's hard to tell.
I haven't really heard anything about that though. That's the thing. I'm not saying you're wrong. That's very plausible, but I haven't heard anything about that.
See, so it's like you have to give him time. I understand that, but if you look at, I guess, the two comparisons. United and Arsenal.
Okay.
Arteta, obviously, before he had his start of last season where he was under the hot seat with the horrible start, the first 6 months he took over, he won an FA Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So you saw at least a glimpse
of
what could be, right? Ten Hag comes in, first 6 months, wins a cup. You see a glimpse. Right, and obviously it's still the beginning, but you're seeing glimpses of what they can be. Potter's been there 6 months now. What glimpse do we have to see?
Yeah, but Mike, think about
what? No, you've had more money than both of those managers combined. And what can you have? What can you look forward to? Like what game do you look and say, oh, I can see where we're going?
I mean,
you haven't seen anything.
So this
is why he's under this hot seat.
I understand. I get that, and I'm not necessarily disputing that, but I think he really has so many toys to play with. he has to trim his own fat. What he does really need to start doing though is start picking a consistent 11. I said this last week. He needs to he's chopping and changing way too much. And I know he has all these toys, but he really just needs to fucking run out 3 fucking abysmal against Spurs. Like they were it was really bad. They could create nothing. They could nothing at all. But he just needs to just stick with someone. Please.
So he's gotten what,
Listen,
5, 6?
They have Dortmund next week as well. I think Leeds Saturday, Dortmund's Tuesday or Wednesday, and then whoever the fuck they have the week after. I don't know. It's not a big deal. I don't really care. That's not really the point. Is you pick an 11 on Saturday, you make 3 changes tops to the team for Dortmund, and then I would say you bring back the 3 that you started from the Leeds match, and then maybe make 3 other subs on the following match.
Yeah. Honestly, I really don't think it matters at this point. I think Dortmund's going through. Besides that, I think this is a 1-1 game. I think this is a 1-1 game. We
haven't really spoken about Leeds. Really nice win last week at they're at home over Southampton. They've been a lot tighter lately defensively, and I keep putting Melly on my bench because Saw keeps on getting double weeks and they keep on getting scored on. But yeah, they look a lot tighter. They do. And I really don't want Leeds to go down. I really don't. I really want anyone to go down. I mean,
Southampton's going to go down. Except I don't want James Ward-Prowse to go down.
Well, he'll get sold.
Yes.
He'll get sold.
At Southampton,
Delicatch, there's some talent to be plucked from that team.
They can go down.
Bournemouth. I really like Bournemouth and Eddie Howe.
Yeah,
but I still like Bournemouth the fact that their stadium holds 13,000 people. It's tough. I don't know. I want West Ham to go down. That's what I want.
No. Yeah, they're too big. Come on.
It'll be hilarious. Imagine the Olympic Stadium in the championship. That'd be fucking hilarious, Mike. How many people does that thing seat?
Yeah, Forrest got up there. I like it.
That's big. We're gonna get into that in a second. But anyway, Leeds looking good. Bamford's coming back.
Is he back though?
He's not back.
He's gonna get hurt again.
He's not back. But like he's getting integrated back into this back into the team. Nanto live wire, but I think he needs to be I think he needs some rest.
Oh,
he's young. Well, Somerville's there, but that's the thing. It's like you have Somerville. Is Sinistera back yet? I don't know, but I think you can still do like Aronson and Somerville and just give Nanto like a sub, like bring him on the 60th kind of thing. You can't run this kid into the ground. And it's not like he's torching it either. Like he's fun, he creates a lot, he's involved, but he's not like just banging goals in like every game. Like he's not. He's and you don't run the kid into the ground.
I guess Harrison in there too, right?
And there's Harrison too.
Yeah,
absolutely. So as much as I like Nanto, I think this is a match where, and even like you're on the road to Chelsea, you're going to be on the back foot a lot. And if you're hanging,
will you though?
Well, fuck, that's a good point actually.
They haven't scored.
No, you're absolutely. I'm sorry. I don't even know why I said that. I know I'm backing Potter, but like I didn't. That was.
Come on.
I took it too far. I went too far. I'm sorry.
He's got a way longer leash than Tuchel.
Listen, I think you forget, and I said this last week about Tuchel and how Chelsea were last season. They were very bad for January onwards. They were terrible. Even starting in November, they were bad. They had less wins at home than Everton, Mike. They were playing dog shit football.
Look at it from the new owner's perspective, right? You come in, right?
You want Potter fired, I get it.
No. You come in, you have Tuchel already, right? You don't care. You think the owner knew about last season? No, he just said Chelsea's for sale. I can buy them. Boom, I bought them. Now that I have them, so what? 2.5, 3 months go by. Did Tuchel even last 3 months?
October. It was October, right? So 2.
Yeah.
Like early October as well.
And it's just like, okay, boom, it's not working. Fire him. Oh, we're gonna get this new up and coming manager. He's supposed to be good. Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll get him. Give him a lot of cash too, so he can buy the players he wants. They've done that.
Mm-hmm. He's not really playing them.
Now what? You have to change. So I kind of get where Chelsea's coming from. The fans. I don't see. I see them scoring. I don't think there's 0 goals. Like they had 1 goal in the month of February.
Start Mudryk. Start Madueke. I know I'm mispronouncing his name. Start those 2.
Fofana.
Start them. Well,
Havertz shouldn't be starting.
Silva's done.
Ziyech shouldn't be starting. Havertz shouldn't be starting.
Start Madueke
Sterling shouldn't be starting.
Start those two.
You might as well.
And up top, who do you put up top though? If you take away Havertz and Sterling, even as a false.
Put Aubameyang on there. Just give a redemption.
See what happens.
A redemption team.
See the fuck happens.
I don't know.
Honestly,
you have so many players.
Badiashile, and Fofana. I think those two would be interesting.
Like Badiashile is defense. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. There's so many Fofanas on that team, man. You
gotta. Well, wait. They still have the Fofana kid too.
Yeah, it's one. Yeah, they have three, don't they?
They might have three. Yeah.
I think there's three. Yeah. You have to very specific which Fofana you're.
I'm liking this episode, Mike. Having fun. We're really getting it. We've covered like 2 matches. Or 3.
What's your score for that? You always try to just gloss over it. It's like, wait a minute, I'm the one giving scores.
I am going to go 2-1 Chelsea.
2 goals?
Yeah.
2.
Yes.
Oh, actually, they have João Felix.
They have João Felix.
Yeah, what am I saying? We were
and he's been okay.
I just realized. I'm like, wait a minute.
Okay. Why not?
They actually have so many transfers.
I know. But honestly, okay, but like, whatever it is, Graham, I know you're listening. I know it's you and Rom. Those are our fans.
He's getting some bad threats, eh?
I know.
That's actually.
I mean, what the fuck?
You think everyone gets those threats, but not everyone publicizes those threats? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know.
I think a lot of managers during the time get threats like that, right? Yeah. But not all of them say, "Oh, they just deal with it," right? Or they don't.
It could be really bad though, because it's just been bad since he got there, right? So who knows? Whatever it is, whatever your lineup is, just ride it out for that week, please. I'm begging you. More or less.
Like slight both changes. Games.
3, Dortmund as well.
Oh, right.
Dortmund as well. Just
even the FA Cup?
They're in.
Oh, they went 3 games.
No, well, I'm saying this weekend against Leeds.
Yeah,
and then the weekend after.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was like, wait, you're missing a game in there?
No, Chelsea. Who did Chelsea lose to? That doesn't matter.
Everybody.
Exactly.
The goal of the month was 1 goal.
I can't remember. It was Felix, right?
Against West Ham. With like the cross, and you just side-footed it. It was like they made a video with just like their best goal, their worst goal, their luckiest goal. They just said all the same goal, same replay. Man, people are so funny on the internet. I don't know how
they're nothing without Conte though. It's shocking. They really need.
He's back now.
Is he back though? He's close. He's close.
Pogba's back.
I saw him.
He actually had a good
Pug sub. Pug sub.
Oh my goodness! I was like, this is his first game in 310 days, I think.
Well, that was a fun game, man. That was a fun game to watch.
Oh man.
We'll watch the highlights after. Sarabia's goal's tight.
Okay. Going to what?
Nottingham. To save your study, buddy. It is fucking.
Well, yeah, we have to cover the teams at the bottom.
It is time. The relegation battle is spicy. It is so spicy.
I just hope it's.
I mean, like really, I think up until 12, like even Palace is.
That's when you're safe.
No, Villa's when you're safe. So Villa's tied with Chelsea on 31. Safe, Palace is on 27 points. Everton in 18 is on 21. And they're in there. And Bournemouth's on 21. Yeah. The Palace are in there. Palace aren't getting relegated. I mean, it's easy for me to say that because there's 7 other teams below them. But that team's too good. I like pulling for Vieira. I like that team.
I hope there's a possibility of 3 teams going down on the last day.
No, absolutely. At least minimum.
Maybe
minimum.
4. You're asking a lot.
Mike was just saying. He was just talking about the 2010-2011 season before we started, and there were 5
teams on the last day
on the bubble.
2 teams with 39 and 3 teams with 40 points.
I'd love that. I would love that. Okay,
that's like dreamer's delight. Like, unless if you're a supporter of this team, then it's like, oh my goodness, I have to watch 4 games at once.
As a freshly smug United fan, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Okay, Sunday's matches. We're gonna do both Nottingham, Everton. Nottingham's at home, so I said them first.
Big draw, big point. Against the defending champs.
Really big.
Chris Wood.
I don't
just bouncing around.
I was just messaging. So Millwall blew it today. They're up 2-0 on the road to Luton. But when they were winning, live standings, they were 4th place. And I texted Ron and I was like, I would love for Millwall to get promoted. And then Sean Dyche just go there. Sean Dyche at Millwall.
Yeah.
And Rom says, and sign Chris Wood. I was like, yeah, fucking right.
That's his boy.
Everton playing midweek, though.
That big for
hurts.
Forest, yeah.
It's huge for both. It's that's why it's a big boost for Forest. I know that hurt. That is not the game for Everton to
come back from Arsenal.
Honestly, like if you're Everton, like I think you can try to conserve a little bit tomorrow. I'm just really honing on Forest for Sunday. But points are points, and you can't really be doing that. They can't be fucking around.
If they win,
it's gonna be so. Is it gonna be cagey, or is it gonna be one of those matches where two teams that are defensively minded struggle to score, just know how to figure each other out?
No, I think it's gonna be offense. I think it's mistakes, both teams would be so defensive and just like, okay, they might be over defensive and just like one little, they might sit back too far and invite them in, and they might nick it and try and get like a half counter, right? And then a half counter gets stopped right away, and then it's like they're all out of position. It's just like 2 passes, boom, goal, and pretty much an early goal. I think there might be a mistake early, and then it just.
Do you remember Everton Burnley last year? Like last couple weeks of the season when Burnley won 3-2, and then they wound up blowing it. But that game was it 3-2?
Yeah, I think it was 3-2.
It was 3-2, right?
3-2,
that game was wild. That game was fucking wild.
No one expected it to be.
No.
I think it's like this is a big game for both of us. Like we need to get these 3 points. So like if we have to go on the offensive for the first 10 minutes and try and get one early, let's try and do it. Right? So the team that you thought would sit back is actually attacking. And it's like, okay, if they're attacking, should we be attacking? It's like, let's not sit back too much, right? No, I think this is a.
Remember Jesse Lingard? 200K a week, baby.
I almost didn't like the signing. Obviously, I like Forrest, but I think he should have done whatever it took to stay with West Ham, to get back with West Ham.
Yeah,
I think that it worked.
Yeah.
Why change it, right? And then you would have slotted into a better team.
He has, I think, did he score? He has an assist in the EFL Cup. Anyway, he has 0 goals and 0 assists in the Prem. It's really impressive.
I know he scored in the FA Cup, I think. Or EFL Cup, one of those.
Yeah.
It's a 2-1 Forest game. There's goals.
There's goals, eh?
There's goals.
There's goals. Everton playing Arsenal. Yeah. I'm gonna go 0-0. I'm just gonna go with what this
board draw. Board draw.
Is it gonna be boring? I don't know.
No,
yeah.
Bet 365 to get your money back.
Oh, you get your money back. Yeah.
Board draw result.
Yeah.
As long as you don't bet the 0-0, of course.
I don't hate 2-1 Forest. I really don't. I know I said 0-0, but it's with Forest, like is it Brennan Johnson?
Brennan Johnson, yeah.
He's been in decent form. They have some players there. Obviously, so do Everton have some talent too. They have players left over from like 5 regimes ago. So,
you don't see goals. 0-0. Obviously, I want Forest to win. I want them staying up. Everton, it's good to see them at the bottom, but I don't want to see them get relegated. You know what I mean?
The only reason I don't want to get relegated is because of Sean Dyche.
Let's say they didn't have Sean Dyche. You want them to get relegated?
Yes and no. I mean, like I'm not married to Everton. They still have Goodison Park, which I like, but they're getting rid of Goodison Park too, which is a real shame.
But I want them facing Liverpool at least every year.
Yeah, I'm sure. Right? I'm sure they just rigged the FA Cup or some shit and they play themselves there.
Do you think Everton would come back up if they went down?
Yeah.
I think that's tough. To come back.
Yeah. Everton would. Teams that I would worry about, who I don't want to get relegated, are Leeds and Nottingham. I'm glad those 2 teams are back. But if they both go back down, it could be tough. That I think could be tough. West Ham and Everton are too established and have.
But everyone would leave.
No, but there'd be enough kicking around to get them back up. Imagine if West Ham goes down, I would love it.
They can't afford the bubble.
West Ham's like the one team. West Ham's the one team that imagine it's like them just blowing bubbles in the championship. That'd be so embarrassing. That'd be so fucking embarrassing. That's the one team I know I want to go down. I think it'd be
West Ham.
Yeah.
Now that I said the bubbles, you're like, yeah.
I already said that earlier. I said that was the team.
No, they're too big. They just got that nice stadium. The bubbles is annoying, but it's like I'm used to it now, so it's like it'd be weird if I don't see it.
Yeah, no, you will. The championship's readily available.
Well, they talking about is Paqueta a bust?
I forgot about him.
So is he a bust?
I totally forgot about him. Did they loan him or did they buy him?
No,
they
40 million.
Holy shit! I totally forgot.
35 or 40 million. Is he a bust?
What number is he too? Like he's like
11.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got a nice number. As it stands, yes. But there's always time for redemption. But yes, as it stands, he absolutely is for sure.
I can't believe you're taking the 4 board.
One board drop.
Oh, jeez.
All right, let's close it out. Mike, minor stroke.
Where do we begin?
Liverpool, United. Where do we begin? Wow, they are calling draw here. Liverpool's slight favorite.
Because they're at home and it's like that's a bigger game.
Well, actually, no. Liverpool play in the FA Cup too. They play Wolves again?
No, they play Wolves.
Oh no, they play Wolves in the Prem. Yeah, that's right. They've been playing Wolves. They played Wolves 4 times in the last month and a half.
so dumb.
That's how you start a rivalry. Take notes, Gary Bettman.
You're confident with this game now. You wouldn't be as confident if
you lost.
You're not confident in this game?
Easy.
What?
We've been playing a lot.
Yeah. So you're gonna rest. You're gonna play like you're still gonna play a strong team against
West Ham.
You play West Ham tomorrow?
Yeah.
You're still gonna play like a
I
relatively.
want Sabitzer and Fred tomorrow. I want Casemiro and Varane. Varane's definitely on the bench.
Yeah. Casemiro might be as well. I think.
I hope so.
I think you might get.
I want Sabitzer and Fred. You might see McTominay. You make it a Scott sighting.
No, you won't get off the bench. Yes, but you might get a. What is it? Sancho, Ilanga.
Oh,
not Ilanga. Sorry,
Sapalanga.
The teenager.
Garnacho. I think Garnacho. I think for me it should be Sancho and Garnacho.
Weghorst.
Oh, fuck, man. Una mas.
You can start Weghorst still.
I think Weghorst has to get the start tomorrow. Yeah.
I think Rashford gets the rest.
Yeah,
he was limping after that or before the.
Well, he was injured. He got injured.
I'm saying the game before the EFL Cup.
Yeah, against Barca.
Yeah, Barca.
Yeah.
He was walking out limping. I was like,
yeah,
he'll definitely.
Rashford.
Fernandez will as well.
I love how we're like talking about the West Ham game right now, just so we can get to who we think's going to start in Liverpool. I'm all for it. Don't get me wrong.
I think your EFL Cup team.
Bruno's a madman. Bruno's insane. The guy's played like every minute.
Do you think he's playing?
Fuck, man, probably.
No, I think now that they want to cut.
I don't know, man. I think Bruno's just utterly like the guy's fitness is off the charts. It's off the charts. It's crazy. So anyway, so Sunday, I want a fresh Varane and Casemiro. Casemiro can come on in the 60th if it's tied or if we're losing. And then like maybe like the 75th if we're guarding like a 1-goal lead. Yeah. Okay. Fresh Varane and Casemiro. Hopefully Rashford's like good and proper. Martial is touch and go. He's back in training, so
he's not playing.
You're not starting him tomorrow.
No, I don't think he's playing tomorrow. I don't think he'll play.
You don't think he'll play Sunday? He's back in training. I think he might be.
No, I think you ride the Woot train.
You don't ride the Woot train if you have Martial, but anyway.
No, yeah. To begin the game, you can still.
Oh, sure. Tomorrow
and Sunday. I think you start. I think Woot starts both games.
Yeah, maybe.
I think he starts both.
That's fair. That's fair. I
might come sub him off at half.
If Martial plays 20 minutes tomorrow,
you would want him to start Sunday.
I think 10 Hag would as well.
Yeah, but
10 Hag likes.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It's kind of broke, Mike.
No,
all right, it's kind of.
It worked against Barca. You
okay.
said you were the one that said he was bruised. The Barca midfielder said I was bruising after the Weghorst.
Anyway, Liverpool United. Okay.
This is the best time to face them. This is the best time.
Well, let's see what happens tomorrow. It's weird. Yeah, they were so. They're fucking there in rough shape because before Real it looked like maybe they were turning a corner. What did they do? They had some results before Real.
And Wolves.
Newcastle, Everton. 2 nice results. Those are 2 nice results. Newcastle on the road, even up 2-0 before the red card as well. So you thought maybe they were turning a corner, maybe, and then the following week happened.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're not. Your thoughts, sir?
This is the best time to get on.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I would be confident going into this.
It's still Liverpool. It's still Anfield. Confident? I think we'll win. And you're going to get a United win scoreline. But confident? No, I think we'll win.
I can't do anything right now.
We'll win. We are riding really high. We are like.
It's not that you're riding high. It's just Liverpool are not.
And yeah, we're locked in, and they have nothing going on. They have nothing going for them. They were abysmal. I mean, Real was one thing, but even Palace was fucking abysmal. A few like missed good chances. Like, don't get me wrong, like, there was a few, but other than that, there was no relentless pressure.
Yeah.
At any stage, I'm not saying the whole match. I'm saying like there was no sustained pressure, really at any point of the match.
No, it was back and forth, and not back and forth like exciting. It was.
Yeah, it's like okay, Palace has the ball for a while, and now it's Liverpool's turn. It's like passing. They're just playing hot potato, but it was a cold, dried out, rotten potato. I mean, yeah, Casemiro. Casemiro against that really flimsy, overworked, burnt out Liverpool midfield.
I don't even know what their midfield will be for that game. Henderson.
Is Bacetic really quite ready yet?
I don't think you're playing for that game.
I don't think so either. Who was it they played recently? It was against a good squad.
Probably Elliott. Probably.
I think it was probably Real actually. I think Real he kind of got exposed. Yeah. It's not his fault.
I think it's Elliott. Yeah.
What's Elliott?
You're not going to put Milner. You're going to put Milner in there. Thiago's still out. Yeah. You're going to put Fabinho, Keita, like. Who you're reaching?
Is Artur going to be back?
No, get out of here, man. Come on. Who's going to start? I think it has to be Elliott, Henderson, and then
There's Keita.
It really doesn't matter who you pick. Keita, Fabinho at this point. Probably Fabinho.
Then they're so disjointed too, and United's defense it's so tight. It's fucking airtight.
It's Shaw,
Martinez, and
who is it? The lower Bissaka.
I think you go Bissaka. I think Delot's tomorrow and Bissaka's Sunday. Because you know what? Because you are still playing a team of quality attackers as well, right? And I think we have enough to generate offense elsewhere outside of Bissaka. Bissaka can get in there, and sometimes he can put.
You'd rather him against Robertson overlapping, or
for sure. I think you don't want like I like Delot, and I don't think he's that bad of a defender. But what Bissaka really needs to do is just really just not get exposed in the back post, and keep on working on maintaining the fucking structure of the back line in terms of an offside trap. Those are his 2 main weaknesses. But one-on-one defending is he's great. I'm gonna go 2-0.
2-0, eh?
Yeah.
That I was thinking that score. I'm gonna go 1-0.
You know 1?
I just don't. Liverpool. I know they're at Anfield.
I know. I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all.
If you guys go down 2-0 like Real did early, are you dejected, or are you still confident?
Confident? Why would I be confident down 2-0 at Anfield? No.
I honestly, because I look at how Real came back.
It was easy
to Liverpool, and I really question if Real are the only team that could have come back 2-0 down early on to Liverpool.
I don't think so.
You don't think they're the only team?
No, absolutely not. But do I think that we're quite ready for that?
Not yet.
I'm not sure. I don't think we don't have the quality of Real. We simply don't. We could. I'm not. I wouldn't count it out, but that's a huge ask. I mean, that is a huge ask.
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I think getting out of the first half without conceding will be big. But I do like the way you guys play, and watching Liverpool lately, I think you guys are going to have a lot more of the ball because every time Liverpool tries to connect, they try to do these fancy flicks, and it's sometimes you just need to take the touch and control, take another touch, and set yourself up for the pass, and then pass it. Right? They're trying to do it on the flick and one touch. It's I don't know that you guys have what 6 forwards to rotate. It's kind of hard to manage them all. Like, maybe Salah's been getting too much game time for the way he's playing, and had to bench him, but Klopp's scared to bench him.
Yeah, I mean, especially after dropping money and extending his contract and destroying their wage structure too.
Yeah,
that's the huge shocking thing for them is like they had such a good wage structure there, and
they broke the bank for one, and not both. Kept both happy. It's not good time. So you know what? I'm changing. I'm going 2-1. I'm going 2-1, Man U. I think Liverpool might squeak one.
I think so. I could see them taking
one.
Again, like I know
it'll be a lucky goal.
I know I just said 2-0. But like I wouldn't be surprised if we lost as much. I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed.
But I think you guys have
manner. It depends also on the manner of how we do it. Like maybe if Liverpool actually show up for the first time in a while, then sure. But
I think you guys have a good chance to like put a dagger in their season, and
maybe,
as United fans,
and get some vengeance from our shellackings last year.
Because they're 9 points back with 2 games in hand, but if you beat them, right, they could be 12 points back. Sorry, they could be 12 points back with 2 games in hand. Right? They have 36 points in 23 games, and Tottenham has 45 and 25. So if they have those 2 games in hand, they go 39-42, 3 points back. But asking Liverpool to win 2 games in hand right now, that's a big ask.
Yeah, those points are on the board for sure.
I think those are 2 trials. So like you really look at it as the Liverpool fan saying, I'm 7 points back.
With Rashford running at Arnold and Van Dijk even. Like from the Rashards and Van Dijk's just been
and even having Shaw overlapping on Arnold's side
for sure.
It might not score, but he might deliver a cross
for Wout.
That's the game. If Wout scores, I'm messaging you right away, going, "That's why he starts over Martial. Martial would have been off the field injured."
Listen. Yeah, Wout probably will start that match. That's fine. I like Wout. He's just not quite up for it, but. Martial's already up.
He's a woot, that's for sure.
Okay. Any final thoughts?
Just glory, Man United. There you go. I said it for you.
It's a bit of
I can't shout it out. I'm a Juve fan, and if I'm going to England, it's Fulham and Nottingham. Those are my boys.
Yes, there. All right, Piers Morgan, SMO. Good night, everyone.
He might have the last laugh of the Premier League.